Yeah. It's your boy Polo the Swag King, and welcome to another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably gonna talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And now that I'm done with all the shucking and jiving, let me come on with the come on. We back up in the building. Clap it up one more time. I got my boy Billy B up in here. I ain't gonna even say a real name this time. But they were following and they listening like we already know his real name.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't know nothing about Billy, I know something about Billy. He don't give a what, and that's an edited version for the kids listening out there. But he don't give a what. We sitting here chilling right now watching the Miami Dolphins Philadelphia Eagles game. Of course, if y'all been following us, you know he a Cowboy fan. And me personally, I'm a 49ers fan.
He's all the NFL.
Look, we talking about Tua
Tagovailoa.
I think it's Tonga for Noah.
It's
It's a long. The quarterback for Miami, y'all know who we talking about. And they going against Jalen Hurts right now. And it's one thing I know, y'all. Miami plays fast on both sides of the ball. And Philadelphia, they did all that. They just got 3 points. But me personally, I got Miami in this game, and I definitely wouldn't root for Philadelphia because you know they knocked us. We met up with them in the NFC Championship.
Yep.
Last year, Brock Purdy got hurt.
Knocked us out of it too.
Yep, hit his elbow. I think we knocked y'all out of it, didn't we? I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
so.
we did. But anyway, Brock Purdy hit his elbow on a helmet, and they took us out of our quarterback. He was our third string quarterback at the time. Apparently, that play ain't gonna work.
No, you don't run outside on the Eagles.
Yeah. So we sitting there chilling. Billy, what you been having going on here lately, man?
Man, trying to figure out which way's up and which way's down.
Boy,
October is always a rough month for me because that's the month all my yearly doctor's appointments. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody's got that month, and every one of mine hit in October.
So what they do? I hope the first one is the head doctor to make sure. No, I'm fucking.
Now, I think I've seen a heart doctor, seen the eye doctor. I got
What they say about your vision? You seeing up better up close or further back?
further back, just a little bit of improvement, and he said that's normal with age. Your
No
vision,
shit.
With age, sometimes your far off vision improves a little bit, but he was surprised my up close didn't downgrade.
Man, I can't see shit up close. That's why I'm so interested in this.
Well, see, I see through that, but I can see I can see just as good with my glasses or without them. Like from here to there.
I'm good to like right in front of my face. Right in front of my face gets so blurred.
You're not supposed to read anything any further than your elbows into your side.
Oh, so that might be what but what I'm saying, what about that little small print like on little medicine bottles? Or
They say to use a magnifying glass.
Wait a minute, that's for your age or my age?
Everybody.
No shit.
You shouldn't strain your eyes sitting there trying to read something that small.
Close. So my doctor might know because man, I've been ready to go get on him.
But the only you're supposed to be able to read, like if you're holding a newspaper, perfect without vision, and no closer than the length of your forearm.
But I have it like right. But like a lot of the writing now, it's so small. You have to put it up closer. That's crazy.
But my mother,
man, play her down. That's crazy.
That's offensive lineman looks like.
Well, he on his knees. He ain't laid out.
4th and 15. That ain't Wolfo.
No. They got to punt that. But, you know, our podcast ain't edited now. I was just, I was trying to, do a little bit for me.
What's been going on in your life? So I was trying to work your ass to death.
Trying not to work my ass to death. I'm just being real about it. I took me a little day.
They gave y'all hell last 2 weeks.
Man, they on some impossible stuff. The smart workers know it. The other workers, they like, but like it's impossible. Like, if you want to set a goal, set a realistic goal. Yeah, don't set nothing that's.
But you know, you got some people that work enough to carry other people.
Well, at the same time, that's cool too, but at the same time, at what point you get to where everybody's grown, everybody's responsible for their own selves.
But
it's
that comes on the supervisor.
No, it comes on the individual worker too, because like.
But look at the work ethic of kids nowadays.
It's shit.
Yeah.
And that's most of our crew is. I would say 80% of our crew is under 20, under 30, easy, 80%.
You see,
and then you got people that ask you just the simplest shit. I have people ask me for ketchup, Band-Aids. Like, this is, why are you even fucking asking me?
But like, you got kids out there right now that can't read a tape measure or a tape.
Absolutely.
Or tell analog time.
Absolutely. And it's, now not saying, I'm not going to take nothing from that generation. It's just them areas, skills, trades, and shit like that, they might be lacking in. But now, if you want one of them motherfuckers to coagulate your computer,
yep,
I might have made up some shit. Just coagulate or analyze it, or hit this button, hit this button.
Your kids are better on the cell phone than I am.
They better on the cell phone than I am. You know what I'm saying? But now, what they're doing with that motherfucker, they can't fuck with me. Because I can...
Yeah.
Well, no, I ain't going to say that. Because they can scan, email, and print, paste, copy. They do all that good stuff. But now, and they ain't learned yet. If you want to fax it. Yeah. And they ain't going to be able to do it. Not off their cell phone. They go figure out the resources to do it.
Yep. But a fax machine is almost obsolete now.
Only difference between a fax machine and being obsolete is the landline.
Yep.
But it's certain, you gotta...
But certain companies have secure...
You gotta have a certain machine to scan that document.
Yep.
And then put it in a PDF or whatever. I think it's, whatever they call it. I think it's PDF or something like that. I don't want to sound too technical.
I don't know.
Because, trust me, I've learned this transferring documents and stuff like that.
But most people use email nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. But it's got to be in a certain form for you to even send it in an email. You know what I'm saying? So that shit crazy, and that's something I'm learning. But now me personally, I'm old school. Well, I ain't really. I'm kind of in between. I ain't old school. I ain't new school. Kind of in between. I do what makes sense for me.
I remember when the first cell phones came out. And were a great big old back phone.
That motherfucker was about the size of your arm.
No, longer than that. It was about like twice the size of your shaving kit. It was probably 14 inches long and 12 inches wide.
Right.
And it cost like $1 a minute when you talked on it.
Oh boy, think about how long we been on the phone with our people. Yeah. I know my mama gonna give me at least a 22-30 easy. So 20-30, yeah, I remember that. You had to accept some calls from...
Yep.
Like, I don't even know I know I got my aunties in Washington. Shout out, TT. I got another one in Illinois. And I know I can call them. Or Nene, she might call me. That's my auntie's daughter. She might call.
I talked to one of my mother's, aunt.
You don't really see no difference.
I talked to my aunt the other day. First time I've talked to her on the phone in about 6 or 7 months. And we stayed on it about 20 minutes. But she'll text me or send me something on Facebook that's funny. I mean, it ain't like we hadn't spoke. But when we call each other, we got it all built up.
Right. Man, I seen one on, I don't know if it was on Facebook, Instagram, because I don't really be on Facebook like talking about, that's why a lot of people think I'm out of touch. I'm really not. It's just, I feel like Facebook, like I want to hear going to the bathroom, I just got up, I'm eating breakfast now. And,
but, people,
look like that Miami
got it. Get it, Miami got that. Yeah.
Look like Miami got that.
But, why post on Facebook that you going on vacation and you're going to be gone 2 weeks before you go?
Yep. No bullshit. Well, you stay here now, but like a lot of times we be gone a lot, and I tell my wife, don't post that shit till we get back. And she be like, wow, because we're not there.
That's right.
And that's what, well, you know, with the security and matter of fact, you need to check your window. I got an alert on that bitch.
I opened it the other day.
I got an alert on it. I mean to come back here and check that motherfucker.
It was
nah, it should be straight now because I ain't got another one.
One of the animals that whatever upchucked and it stank, and I had to get that smell out.
Yeah. But as long as it's not secured, I mean, as long as you know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I guess.
You hear what I said? You just need to check your window.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I let it down after 15 or 20 minutes.
Now, if you want JoJo the Butcher come in this motherfucker, that's on you. I'm pretty sure you can handle it, but you know. But yeah, it's in, like, check it because it's actually labeled. Everybody got all that shit. Got it's specific. Like it'll tell me, hey, bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2. Because we got like double windows in that bed. Like it's pretty tough. I designed it myself.
Yep. Well, you know.
I ain't as dumb as I
know what my protection was when I was young, though, right? A 357 Magnum.
I'm tell you what they had at the little camp deal, man. That's what I was gonna say. If he ain't stop him, he made him in the backfield. Good play. Don't like it, but good play. They should get 3. It should be 3-3.
But you know, 40 is a weapon of the future.
I understand that, but guess what? They was teaching Terrell them to do slingshots with Old Roy dog pellets. The dog food.
You know why? It's perfectly round.
Mm-hmm. They was teaching them how to hold it.
Yep. You know what? When I was young, I used to shoot.
Well, they had them badass slings.
They had the sling?
Yeah, they had them. I'm like, man, you got to hold that motherfucker.
I shot a squirrel and a rabbit with mine and hit a deer, but I didn't hit it where it hurt him. But I shot ball bearings out of mine.
Mark my words, but I'm calling right now. Miami go win this game.
Yeah, I think so.
That underdog. But they had the archeries and.
But you know, a lot of the Boy Scouts is good teaching. But
what I didn't like though, which I understand they doing like the rankings, but what I didn't particularly care about was they had kids trying to teach kids. You know what I'm saying?
Boy Scouts trying to teach Cub Scouts?
Right. I mean, I understand that, but okay. I take that back. Scratch what I said. It was one particular area. It was a Boy Scout trying to, as a parent. But every other area, and they had a lot of areas, so maybe they was just lacking in that particular area.
But also, that's an Eagle Scout badge. One of the things you got to do for Eagle Scout, you got to work with Cub Scouts so many hours.
I understand that. So, but what I'm saying, it was like in Tina. I don't know the rankings, but we had Chicken Nugget and Old Timer. They ran the archery, and behind them was the cat Wolf. He was what I'm saying. He was
Yep.
Okay, so I understood that. Okay, with the slingshot. You had his scout leader running that. You know what I'm saying? And then you get on down, lady I've never seen before, but they was doing the CPR and so I mean, and then we go to the camping 101. That was she was up higher up in the committee. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's up there.
Have they taught them how to cook their own meals in yet?
They showed them how to do the Dutch oven. Dump cake, hobo meal, all that.
Dump cake's good.
They didn't let us try it. Somebody else said they tried the dump cake. We didn't. We did try the hobo meal and a couple of cookies. We did see how they did the Dutch oven. And here's my point. I'm good at all that. Then we go around to the knife and it was like, probably Juju's age, 14, give or take. And like, I understand what you're saying. It was probably like something for them. But yeah, okay, yeah, that's it, yeah. And then you see where he's, it just went as, to me, I don't know. And it was basically, they left it in.
Somebody's saying it shouldn't have been a few places.
But what I'm saying is to me, he was qualified, but who's there to say he's qualified? You see what I'm saying? Because all the other events,
Yep,
it was
adult
or at least
yep.
16. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, we'll pull out.
But you know, he might have been approved by his scoutmaster just that one thing to help him with a badge.
Okay.
You see when.
And now he wasn't bad at it.
No,
don't get me wrong, but it's just
they don't really earn any credits to be in toward a boat.
Okay, let me explain what happened. Okay, he's supposed to be teaching about knife and fire safety, and the leader of our group, because we had separate groups, and he's just supposed to be walking us around. Shout out to Maddox. And while we get over here to this guy with the knife safety and all that, Maddox actually telling him what he should and should be doing. Because what about the little card? Yep. They saw about the blood circle.
Yep.
And all that. And I ain't gonna bullshit. I'm learning some shit myself, honestly. I'm just be straight up. But Maddox was telling the guy that's supposed to be running this. You might want to talk about this.
Yeah, he wasn't prepared then.
Well, there you go. It might have been just that. It might have been simple as that.
I taught a lot in the Army because I was special ops, and I had taught some of the classes hundreds of times. I used sheet 3x5 cards that were highlighted, so I wouldn't miss anything. Mm-hmm. I mean, it might just be the name of the thing, and some of them, if it was something you definitely needed to know, it was written on the back of the card.
But here's the funny thing. And putting you on the spot. You in charge of the salsa. Picante sauce. Get a jar of that. Because we already got the ground beef out. And we'll make some hobo meals.
Salsa? Like?
Picante sauce.
Okay.
And we'll make some hobo meals.
Ooh, that sounds good. Well, I got it out and was going to cook hamburgers with it.
I'm tired of hearing what you was going to do,
man. I threw it out of the refrigerator at lunch. I went in there at 6 o'clock and I squeezed it.
You got to look in the fridge for you because the roast, I don't know about the gumbo may or may not. If the gumbo not bad, we're going to freeze it. But if it is bad, we're going to feed it to Goldie. It's roasting potatoes in that joint. I don't know. I think we got to really watch how we do food right here. And when I say we, I'm talking about the whole house. Because we
cooked too much early in the week. We should have had the gumbo for like 3 days. We should have had a longer break in between them. Here's the only point that's never going to be right in this house. Everybody have different tastes. Yep.
And everybody want what they want when they want it.
Yeah,
that's the problem with a house full of Leos. Like, you might have some good food sitting there, but you're just not in the mood for it at the time. I just got to eat my pig feet.
And they've been in there since Monday or Tuesday.
Them bitches were good as... Well, I've been eating off of them, but I just heated up the rest of them. It was earlier this morning when we got in.
I knew you was eating. I don't pay no attention.
And then I fed the rest of it.
The only reason I came out there, I want to make sure, just to help unload. And then y'all had a dang year unloaded.
And I was like, them bitches were going to go bad. But they was pretty good. Oh, my God.
I tasted one of them when I took it out because one of them tore up. Man, and I just threw it on a paper plate.
That crab boil and and onion plate. It blended perfectly.
Oh, look at this. Ooh.
Didn't I tell you 3 days? Philly better watch that. Who got the ball first? I didn't see
Philly.
We are sitting here watching the Philadelphia-Miami game, by the way. This is super live.
Look at their first quarter's almost over and only 3-3.
3-3, yeah. Miami doing good. Philly got that high-powered offense.
So is Miami.
So
I thought this would be a shootout. I think this is like...
I think a lot of... And let's get into this. That's why a lot of people think it's rigged. Because think about it. The only 2 undefeated teams, the Eagles and the 49ers, both of them lost to some unexpected teams. We missed a kick, and they lost to who? The Jets?
Yep.
Who would ever thought?
The Jets outplayed. They deserved to lose that game.
So I don't know. Some people say the game was already determined before they even touched the field. A lot of people say that. I don't know, Bill. I see a lot of. What about that flag that wasn't called where it's obvious? You see it on the replay, but it's still one call. But I don't know. I'm just throwing some conspiracy shit out there.
Yep, but the game's changed so much since when I was little to now.
But I'm saying, why do you see it clear on a replay, but it's not? If we can see,
they can't.
I understand that. It's a
challenge a penalty, but the guys at this level.
You hear me, but you ain't listening to what I'm saying. Why? Even if they made the wrong call.
Yep.
Why can we see it? If we looking at it on TV, it's being replayed.
On replay, they're pointing it out and slowing it down.
I understand that. So after that's been done,
they can't change a call.
Why?
Because it's not in the rule book. You can't challenge it.
Why is it not in the rule book?
I don't know.
But it's obviously that the ref made a wrong call,
I don't know.
Or no call.
And it's caused people Super Bowls before.
Yeah. But hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Why? If I'm looking on my TV, it might be 2-3 plays later.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking on my TV, wait a minute. That's pass interference. Wait a minute. He didn't touch him. And that means they got a camera angle that shows that. So why the game isn't stopped and corrected right then, right there?
Because it would slow the game down and they're trying to speed
it up. I agree with that now. It will slow the game down.
All right, then you're taking human error out of the game. These guys out here get paid big bucks.
Okay.
They're supposed to be the best.
I agree.
I think it's 38 of them in the NFL, isn't it? At each position. That's what I think. They've got to have 2 1-week breaks. They can't do a game every week. And they grade, if they don't grade above 85%, they have to go back to college. They have to get 85% of their calls right. But somebody told me, and I don't know who it was or where it was. Oh.
Hey, Billy, you can't be biased now. You got to tell the people why you biased.
About what?
Because you used to be a referee.
Right.
So you got to explain your position now.
I explain
that they might not know that, but I know that.
On a soccer field, if I miss 3 calls in a game, blew them, terrible. I did it. I rated an A.
Still an A after 3 missed one?
3 terrible calls. Miss a penalty kick, miss a handball, miss a red card kicking somebody out. If I only miss 3 of those in the game.
Hold on, Bill. I'm going to clap it up for you. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm clapping it up for. Because only the soccer players that know what you're talking about. Because I have no fucking idea
It's just like them. If they miss 3 major calls in a game as a referee crew. All right, we had 6 eyes on the field. And that, they've got 14 eyes on the field, or 16. And they got a replay official if the guy didn't make a good catch and stuff like that. So we didn't used to have, that's new within the last 10 years. Used to, whatever was called on the field stood.
But I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you can see, 10 years ago, I agree with you.
Yeah.
On that. 10 years ago, that's what it was. It wasn't right. No, can't nobody dispute it. But I'm saying now, when you looking at it on a replay,
I don't think penalties will ever be under review.
But see, like, I think in the NFL, they throw they can throw the flag, but whatever's called on the field, and it's got what they call irrefutable. That means it ain't no question of a doubt that it was wrong. But if it's a question that it could be wrong, they'll stick with the call on the field. So, and that's kind of what you're saying too. Yeah. The call on the field is the call on.
But they will never take the penalty flag and make it reviewable. Because now you see them pick up flags, but that's the whole crew getting together and talking. Like it was a pass interference today in a game where the ball was told it was 10 yards over his head and 5 yards out of bounds. They picked up the flag. That guy was not looking at that ball. His job was to look at those 2 players. So he made the right call, but his crew came in, and they four of them sitting there discussing it, and they said that ball was because he wasn't watching the ball. I mean, there's certain things that you're doing those referees have a certain place they're watching on the field.
They got a certain job to do.
And if they do their job, it's some guy on the other side. Matter of fact, the guy that told him it was uncatchable came all the way. It was the back judge on the other side of the field.
So a ref got... But, I mean, I heard what you're saying. That I'm glad you opened that view up. You opened up a whole new view on it. But I'm still saying, even with all that said, if you're watching the replay and the referee made the wrong call, he might not have saw it. I understand all that. But we can clearly see a call was missed or a call wasn't made. Why wouldn't they go back and change it? Or why, you know what I'm saying?
The only call...
And it might be the interpreter.
Because they didn't make it. But,
offside defense. They declined the penalty, and it's a 4th down.
Yeah, but all right, let's...
I can't believe I understand all them signs.
The only call that's reviewable flag-wise in the NFL and college is the contact to the head. Because you can disqualify them. All those are reviewed.
Oh, yeah, his head was lined up.
Yep.
He can't make them mistakes.
That's what I'm saying. Dead ball penalties.
But look at... But see, this is my point. You can see this.
Yep.
And I don't know. And that's the push tush.
Yep. That's going to be outlawed next year.
Think so?
Yep. They'll do it in the professional league, and then they'll do it next year in the college and next year in the high school.
Why do you feel so passionate about that?
I just think because...
And that's exactly what they did, look.
Yep, I just think because you can't pull... They've already...
And you see it? Look, that's exactly...
Used to, they could pull players forward. Like be on the other side of the field.
Look, that's exactly what they're doing, too.
Yep.
And everybody knows they do it.
Yeah, just like a rugby play. I just think that...
They've got his own name, the push tush.
Yep. But you know, the Eagles...
Why would you think they'd be banned, though?
I don't know, because they
interception.
They took the pulling forward of the player out of the rules, made it illegal, like you were running and you got.
But to me, if it's still mano a mano.
Yeah,
that's.
I'm just saying what.
But I don't know about outlaw. You think
it'll be a penalty? It won't be.
Why though?
I don't know. I think they want to make the game more challenging.
If your line stands up, then you ain't got to worry about it. They can push them all they want. Your line gonna hold their line.
They outlawed the other one where they couldn't pull them forward in the.
I can understand pulling forward. What? Oh, roughing the passer.
Hit him in the head. 2 flags.
And the offsides. They go decline that one and take the penalty. Well, hold on. I don't know what button I'm going to hit, Billy. I'm going to hit this one. That's because, you know what? Let's hit the wake them up button.
Bells will be ringing.
Because we're going to get in the other half. Because, Billy, we've been talking football and camping and... that was some bullshit.
Yeah. Can't table one step.
But that's still roughing the passer, though.
Yep,
but that was a little...
You only allow 1 step in the pros. You allow 2 steps in college.
I remember his face. I don't know. But I don't think that...
That's 1 step. He's not allowed that in the pros.
But look, it wasn't like he was trying to hurt him. He had his... And see, that's another one of them plays. But either way.
Yeah, they're teaching the...
Miami playing better defense than I thought.
Here. People go to watch quarterback and scoring. That's why, I don't know if you remember it in the 80s, you could mug a receiver.
But you showing your age. I ain't going to show my age. No, I don't remember that. I do remember that.
You remember it was hell to get a pass interference call in the 80s.
It need to be a hell to get a pass interference call now. Because they pulling on you, you pushing off on them.
Damn, that's right.
And then you're supposed to be a professional. The definition of a professional, that was just a design run. Yep. That was just a design run. That's all it was.
Yep.
It just didn't come out the backfield. That was the design run all day. But yeah, I mean, you're a professional. The definition of a professional, you do your job under any circumstances.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good play there. Yeah, it's basically a design run.
Yep. Tight end screen, what I call it.
He could have kicked it out to the outside. They had a more green than anything. He's just running behind his big back, though.
Look at the lineman down there.
Yep.
10-yard downfield. That's what he's supposed to do.
49ers do it all the time. I think it's going to be 49ers and the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Yep, and I think it's going to be the Dolphins and Chiefs in the AFC.
I'd rather see the Chiefs. We got something to prove to them. But anyway, let me do it one more time. Hold on. People might not understand what I'm saying, but watch this. I'm going to put that gunshot in there, Bill. Let's talk about what's really going on. The wars and stuff like that. Hit that gunshot one more time.
The basics of it is, and I don't know the name of the treaty, when Israel was...
NATO.
No, let's say more than NATO. When Israel became a nation...
Can we educate people on NATO in case they don't know? Because, man, you know what NATO is.
NATO is a National Association Treaty Organization.
I got you back.
Isn't that it?
National Atlantic.
All right.
Treaty Ordinance.
All right. And it's basically the free countries.
It's about, 32...
All right. But also, this happened before Israel even joined NATO. When Israel became a country, I believe it was 1952 or 1932. Don't give me...
You got me on that.
I don't know what year it became, but we signed a treaty that we would protect Israel at all costs. NATO has a treaty with them, but we have a treaty that's more binding. If any of these other countries...
But let me ask you this to be clear. Is Israel part of NATO?
Yes.
Okay, so we going either way.
Either way, but as soon as one of these countries attacked Israel, that is a country.
Gaza.
Gaza is not a country.
And they attacked.
They attacked them. But I'm talking about if Lebanon or whatever that other country is ever gets involved in this war, we'll send troops there.
We already done sent troops.
Oh, we got special ops on the ground. Had them on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're seeing like 2,000. We got 2,000 more on hold. They moving ships closer.
They got two battle groups, 2 aircraft battle groups going. They've got several divisions are on.
And here's the crazy part.
Several divisions are on lockdown. They can't go any. They've moved all the married men into base. The 82nd, the 101st.
So what alert is that when they move all the married men into base? That's like high alert.
High alert. They're probably.
So this shit is more serious than people actually would think.
They got 2 of the Ranger battalions are in Germany now. One of them will not leave the United States ever. It's 4 Ranger battalions. One of them, the whole 1st Recon Division is over there on those battleships. That's another 50,000 men.
So let me ask you this. Since we done moved our big ships closer, how quick can we get over there and send them fighter jets off the ship and be there? How quick?
30 seconds.
That's what I want to talk about.
All right. The jets, I really don't...
You talking about 30 seconds, really?
Yeah.
They're going to come out.
Yeah.
And they there.
All right.
How many bombs do these jets got on them?
They've got probably 30 heat-seeking missiles on the sure enough AWACS or whatever they call it. The sure enough news stuff got like 30 missiles that are radar.
On each plane.
Yeah, but they're programmed from the ship. They can say, hit this target and put a grid in. When that thing's... Sorry.
That grid go clear. I was just a grid square.
Yeah. All right, when they get ready... Right now, they got planes sitting on that deck. they can launch a plane every 17 seconds. They're 20 to 25 seconds at max speed from the Gaza.
Yeah.
But you're talking about something that'll do.
They probably only need about one plane, honestly.
Well, they got, I think that's their.
Because how big is Gaza?
Not big.
That's what I'm saying. If you're talking grid square.
We're not going. That's not going to be used to somebody else that attacks Israel.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, because I know what a grid square is.
Yeah.
I know some shit too.
But what I'm saying is, those things, all right, they fly.
A grid square will clear about 15 miles.
I believe I'm right. Some of the new fighters go 2.5 times the speed of sound.
Yeah. I was listening to a guy. He said he was loading nukes about 20 years ago. And he said they had some, they'll drop it on the town, boom. It won't destroy no building. They'll clear out all living things.
Yep.
And they'll come occupy it in 45 to 48 days.
Yep.
And he said that was 15, 20 years ago.
Imagine what we got now.
Exactly. And I think it's two things holding the world at bay. As opposed to, because I know military wise, man to man, and a lot of people don't believe this and they take it wrong when I say it. China, military wise, I'm talking about boots on the ground.
They got more than we do. 4.5 times.
Yep. It was 3-1, now it's 4-1. And see, people don't believe that. But they take that wrong. But as far as the military technology, that's for one. And you could never invade the U.S. because who all got guns in the U.S.?
That's right.
You ain't got to worry about the military. You got to worry about homeowners.
But here's what you got to worry about. A U.S. troop, when we go to battle, everybody from the biggest general to the lowest private knows.
Don't give out too much information.
No, this is common knowledge. From the lowest private knows the mission. They might not know their unit's job, but they know what the mission is. We're going to take this town out. You got this section. That might be all that lowest private knows. But in the big armies, it'll go from the general maybe down to the battalion commander. Nobody under them. You kill that head man, they're lost.
Right. But I also believe this. You can never, or it wouldn't be smart to invade the U.S. because everybody got guns in their homes. And then what we going to do when we feel threatened? Then you ain't got to worry about the military. You got to worry about the civilians.
But,
with guns. You know what I'm saying?
We as Americans, I know what war is basically.
Yeah.
But we as Americans don't understand war because there's never been one on our home ground since when? The War of 1812?
And I think it'll never be because of what I just said. Because, man, I know a little young cat, young dude. He probably don't even know it's 2 wars going on right now. He probably don't feel threatened by none of that. He's the man I walk in my motherfucking door, I trip over motherfucking gun. They told me I don't need to bow no mother. And he said he got so many motherfucking guns he don't even know what to do with. And that's a young guy, licensed guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like guns. Hell, look at DJ. Mm-hmm. DJ had them in the walls and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so for that point alone, I think
it wouldn't be smart. But I think some country will try to invade us sooner or later.
Nah. I think China's our biggest threat. Because, they're doing the BRIC currency and, well, it ain't just them.
You know who I'm most scared of?
Iran.
Nope. North Korea.
I'm going to go with Iran.
No, that North Korean motherfucker ain't got no sense.
He ain't got, you might be right on that. You might be right on that.
He don't have that
to me, it makes sense. And I got this from another guy. It ain't the motherfucker with 13, 14 nukes at his disposal. It's that motherfucker with that war. He got nothing to lose. He'll hit that button just to be
But do you know?
And that makes sense.
We've got nukes that intercept nukes.
Yeah, but nobody wins when you jump nuke, though.
When you jump a nuke, if it's hit, over the ocean. It's so much nuclear fallout that's going into that ocean and
in the air. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wins.
Nobody wins. It's going to knock out half the population of some, and it might not even be the country they're attacking. It's going to
which way the marine life, and they might affect, and then it's a ripple effect.
It's a ripple effect. Just like when you lose one of your dominant creatures on the earth, you cause a ripple effect. No. That's why we don't kill buzzards here. They eat the dead stuff.
Same thing with, what is it? Parasites and all that shit.
Yep.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm smashing. If a lot of stuff I leave alone, I ain't gonna lie, I just killed like a big ass hornet nest and a wasp nest in my shop. That's why you see me cleaning around in the shop, and I just got up and left. Man, that motherfucker, and I feel like that threatened, because that's the catch. When people feel threatened or their family, they do some ill about it.
But you know, they are sort of lower on the ecological chain. Just like if you took all the sharks out of the ocean, the other fish would overpopulate it. They're predator stuff. You got to leave a lot of that alone.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. We're not in the ocean, but like,
but I'm talking about if you got rid of all the wolves.
If a shark was swimming around here, stopping us from going outside and enjoying ourselves,
that's different.
We would kill all the sharks.
But I'm saying if they were extinct. But let's say if you didn't have wild dogs and a few wolves around here, you would have too many small game animals and they would starve themselves to death.
I feel what you're saying.
You got a chain.
And we're at the top.
Yep, supposedly. But we do some stupid shit still.
We're our own.
We're our worst enemy.
Yep.
And you know, a lot of this stuff.
Julio Jones, he came from Atlanta, didn't he?
Yep.
He old as fuck.
But you got to consider a lot of this stuff. I don't know if you're old enough to remember when they outlawed saccharin because it caused cancer.
What is saccharin?
It's an artificial sweetener. People used to use it a lot when I was a kid. They'd take that.
Is that the same shit in Sweet and Low?
No, it's a different stuff. But they fed that saccharin to rats, and it caused them to have cancer. If a man ate the same amount of saccharin that that rat did to have to die of cancer, he would have had to eat 650 pounds in his lifetime. And that's unreal, you know what I'm saying? You do enough.
They said holding defense, really.
No, personal fouls, what they said. Holding, sure was.
Eli Apple. I think they got him. But you should have seen the play, though. I could have swore it was holding on the offense. Because, look, they got back there to Jalen Hurts. They got back there to him. I'm sorry, y'all. We're giving y'all a live broadcast, too.
Oh, that's
Billy, that might be something we can do on a podcast one day. A good game.
Yeah.
We can do our little...
our little telecast on it?
Hell yeah, we ain't Tony Romo on. That motherfucker getting paid. Uh-oh, that might have touched the soul, though.
Yep. Ooh, good tackle.
But, yeah, he getting paid more money broadcasting than he was as a quarterback.
But, you know, we haven't had a major war in the world probably since Vietnam. Korea.
You don't think what was it? Desert Storm and all that shit?
Yeah, shit. 7 days? That ain't a war.
More than 7 days. Well, we still had troops over there more than 7 days.
But troops were over there to occupy it and get it right. And still, hell, that's the same area that we're working with now.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody just turned their rainbow on. You heard it?
Yep. You better shut it down. We done talked about everything.
We talked about everything. It's been another podcast.
Yep.
Been a while.
Yep.
You just happy you can turn the motherfucking volume up and listen to the game.
All right. I can get just as much out of it this way as I can with it on.
It's 10-3, Philadelphia, Miami. Y'all can reach me at Polo DA, Swag King, or Polo's POV. Look it up. Listen to some previous podcasts and figure out how to look it up. Got a couple songs out. But here lately, I've been rocking with my boy, Billy B. See that?
Yeah, did it right.
We talk about this. Life, love, and all of the above. Next time, I'm getting in Billy's personal business.
Come on.
And until then, be good and be safe. Peace
out.